to the StreamYard link on your computer and bring that back up, but just mute your computer.
Let me do that. Studio. Okay, mic is working mute. Okay. I got that. It's small. Maybe I do. And it should be muted now.
Okay, we've got big time. Okay, that feedback is gone now. Okay, let me pop you in and see. There. Okay, we don't have the feedback, so that's good. All right. Okay. So normally you just do it on one, but we'll work it out. Okay, so that we can see everything. So hi. Where are you located?
I'm in Florida, Central Florida, Titusville, down
Awesome.
Yeah. I was hoping I would meet you at my girlfriend's quilt shop in Utah.
I haven't been up there, not since 2021.
Yeah, it was awesome event.
Well, good.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. So you've got Stitch Artist 2, and what project can I help you with?
Okay, I had emailed this to you. I don't know if you got it, but I just bought the Stitch Artist through your account.
Okay.
And what I'm wanting to do, and I have it scanned in already, I want to turn the shamrocks into an applique.
Okay. Easy enough.
Oh, good. So I don't know anything about the Stitch Artist 2. And I take it, is it a part of Embrilliance or not? It is.
Yes, it is. So how Embrilliance works is you will, when you download Embrilliance, you actually download the whole entire platform, but you only get to see the icons that you've got serial numbers for. So that's why when you buy a new module of Embrilliance, you don't have to reinstall it. You just have to load the new serial number, register it, close Embrilliance, and reopen, and now you can see the new icons.
Okay, so the Stitch Artist 2 that I bought, that is just one part of it. It's not text or anything else.
Yeah, well, there's text in. Did you only buy one part? Or do you have essentials as well?
I bought, it was $322. I bought it through you.
Okay, it sounds like you just got Stitch Artist 2, but that's fine. I tell you what, let me show you something real quick. You're going to be sharing your screen with me, so I want to show you how to do that, okay? I'm going to take my camera down, and I'm going to bring it around, and I'm going to show you the screen. All right, so this is what I'm looking at. Down here at the bottom of the screen, there's a little bunch of menu buttons. Do you see those?
No.
See my finger?
I do. And it's with my computer. It doesn't have all that at the bottom.
When you share your screen, okay. How can you? Are you using a Mac or a Windows machine?
I'm using Mac. Well, it's Mac with Windows.
Okay, so you need to do some settings changes to your machine before we get started. Hold on a second. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to close it off so it doesn't make you sick while I move it around. Going on real fast. There we go.
Do I? Is that what's causing the problem?
What problem are you talking about?
The back feed.
That's from that. You'd have to turn your speakers off on the Mac.
Okay.
Not your iPad, the Mac.
Oh, okay. Not your iPad. I did.
So you muted the microphone. Did you turn the speaker off as well?
No, I'm not sure how to do that.
I don't think so. I think that's why you've got two feedback.
Okay.
Okay. That's even worse. Let's see. All right. All right, on your Mac. All right, so how to share your screen on your Mac. Are you ready to let me go down here. There is a separate, let's see. That's just for regular screen sharing on Windows. You need to, let's see.
I can see a settings button at the bottom.
Hold on a moment. Usually when you do it, it'll say, do you want to share screen and record? And you have to tell it yes.
Okay.
Mac share screen permissions. Here we go. I need to favorite this. Okay. On your Mac, click the Apple logo in the top left, then click System Preferences, Security and Privacy. I'm just reading the screen, so tell me when you do these things.
Wait, let me see. I don't see. This is a Mac with Windows. I think that's why I'm not seeing it.
No, that's just a Parallels utility. So you need to go up to the top of the screen and click, you need to get to click the Apple in the top left, System Preferences, and then Security and Privacy.
Okay. There is no Apple button here at all. At the top left, I just see,
Go to File, click on File, up in the top left, up in the very top of the screen.
Those things aren't here on mine at all.
How do you change your system preferences?
Well, I'd have to go. How about the settings at the bottom left?
Maybe.
All right, it has camera, audio, virtual background.
I tell you what, Karen, can you take your iPad and turn it around so I can see your screen?
Yep.
Instead of me looking at you, let me look at your screen.
Can you see it?
Point it up to the top so I can see the top of the screen. Top, that's the bottom.
How's that?
You're not on a Mac. That's a Windows machine.
This one is, but my
okay. That's what we're at. Okay, we don't need to do this then. You said you were on a Mac, and so I assumed you meant your computer was a Mac.
The computer is, the iPad is Windows.
The computer is a Windows machine. The tablet is an iPad. Yes?
The computer is a Mac Windows.
I don't think so. Hold on. Frito, stop it. Let me look down toward your keyboard.
On the iPad?
No, on your keyboard on your laptop.
Okay.
And scroll over to the other side. Oh, I see it. Wait, stop. Let me look at that. The keyboard. Yeah, that is the command key. Okay, so that is a MacBook Pro. Okay. I got you. And you've got it Parallels installed on it. All right. So we may be able to do this since you've already got Parallels installed. But let me look again down to the bottom of your screen. Not your keyboard, the bottom of your screen.
Okay.
You do have it. Oh, okay. All right. You've got your little desktop icons covering them. That's where I'm at. All right. So here's what we want to look at. You can put your iPad back now. Okay. The reason you could not see these
Right.
is because these are covering them.
Yes.
Okay. This is the one you want, the one that says present with a plus sign. So just watch, okay? Don't click anything. So here's present, and you're going to go to present and then share screen on the next one that comes up. And what comes up is you get a window that looks like this, and it might say tooltips the first time, and just click and don't show me this again. But up at the top, it may say Microsoft Edge tab, it might say Safari, it might say Chrome, I don't know. These are the tabs, these tabs right here are the tabs that are up at the very top of the screen in your browser. These are your browser tabs, okay? So that's here. This is what we're going to click on. Somewhere in here, you will have your Canvas, Brother Canvas, when you log into that. Next to that, we have Window. And Window, I'm going to click on it, and it shows you any windows you might have open. And let me open up in Brilliance and get that going. And once I get in Brilliance going, now in Brilliance has popped up as well. And I can click on in Brilliance, and I can click Share. And then now I'll be able to see your in Brilliance screen, okay? And then once we do that, when we get finished down at the bottom, we have a stop sharing button, and you just click stop sharing and it will go away. So that's how we're going to share screens, and I'll walk you through it, okay? Okay.
Right. So the plus sign. Ready?
Right. So click the plus sign that says present.
How come I never have these buttons?
Because you have so many buttons down at the bottom of the screen that are covering it.
Okay, so when I click that button there, it says slides, video file, and share screen.
Click share screen.
Okay, and then share screen is easiest with 2 monitors. Screen sharing works best on a good computer. And then there's a sound, and it says, "Don't show these tips again. Share screen."
Click that box that says, "Don't show these tips again."
All right, got it. Now share.
And now you've got the share screen window. So go ahead. Do you have in Brilliance open?
No.
Go ahead and launch in Brilliance. Well, you can click. Yeah, so just go ahead and launch in Brilliance.
All right. How do I do that with me on this? Do I go to would that be better?
You can click the minimize button and take it down, and then is in Brilliance on your desktop?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so take it down and then open it.
Yeah.
Okay. And Brilliance, just 1 second. Okay.
Is it open?
It's open now.
Okay,
now.
Good. So go back to the window with you and me.
All right. Okay, got it.
All right, and then let's share screen.
Okay. All right, there we go.
And then
share.
So across the top, you probably have Microsoft Edge tab or Safari tab, or then you'll have.
I have Chrome, Windows, entire screen.
Okay, click on Window.
Okay. All right.
And click in Brilliance.
Okay. And then share, I guess.
Yes.
All right.
There it is.
Oh, good. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. And even whenever I try to follow you with, what's the program? Canvas Workspace. My Canvas Workspace and yours is not the same.
Okay, so using the downloaded local version of Canvas Workspace.
Yes.
I use the online version. I find it easier to use.
Okay, is that why I'm different?
Do you have an account on the online version?
No, not on the downline. I have it on other.
So the reason, and you have a scan and cut, right?
I do.
Okay. The reason I like to use the online version is because I can save my scans to the cloud.
Okay.
And I can download that scan to my computer. or I can download the scan back to this cutting machine and cut out the pieces once I clean up the mat.
Well, I can do that.
You can send them back and forth with the downloaded version to your computer.
I think so, yes.
Okay. Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
So you need to open up Brother Canvas as well as go ahead and so you've already scanned in the shamrocks, right?
I scanned in these shamrocks, yes, and they're
Okay.
on a USB.
Oh, you put them on a USB?
I do, because I couldn't do it the way we said. I normally can send it back and forth, and for some reason yesterday I could not.
Okay.
They're
So
on a USB.
go ahead and put the USB into your laptop.
Got it?
All right. So,
And I scanned them separate because there were 3 different sizes.
okay, that's fine. All right. So I want to share. Have you ever played with this at all?
No,
Okay.
I just,
So I'm going to open up my Embrilliance and I want to share my Embrilliance. Whoops, hold on.
okay.
I want to share my Embrilliance with you. I'm on the wrong tab. I need to clean it. I've got so many tabs open. I don't even know.
Sure.
Let me close all these out. I need that. Okay. That is yours. Let's see. Let me see what we're looking at. Okay. I believe this is my Embrilliance. I'm pretty sure that's mine and not yours. Yes. All right. So I'm going to go through here and show you what it is that we're looking at.
Okay.
Right across the top up here, this is important that I'm telling you this. So we've got File, Edit, Utility, and View right up here, okay? And the rest of these icons are pretty standard Windows type icons. You've got New, Open. There's a tooltip if you hover over it, and you can see what it is. Save, print, copy, paste, undo, redo, etc. When you scroll all the way over here, this button right here, can you see my cursor?
I can.
Okay, you can, yes?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this says create. That is Stitch Artist. And when I click on that, now up here between utility and view, we have another menu button that says create.
Okay.
So watch how these icons right here below in the gray box, watch how they change. I'm going to jump out of Stitch Artist and they change.
Okay.
These are your standard icons. You've got center in the hoop.
Okay.
Got flip vertically, flip horizontally, and then here's your alignment button. You will use these most of the time. 90 degrees left, 90 degrees right. These are the buttons that you will use most of the time. And then, so when I click on Stitch Artist, now my buttons have changed to design buttons. And this button right here is vector. That's the one you use to import your shamrocks. And then over here, these are drawing buttons. See, it says draw. These are the buttons in the drawing panel. And here's stitch. And these are the buttons in the stitch panel. This is your blanket stitch right here to turn something into applique. All right? Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing. And then also, so this is what I call the main stage right here.
Okay.
And we're going to go in and set some preferences for you in just a second. Right up here next to the Stitch Artist button, I don't think you'll have that. That is Enthusiast. You won't have this one to edit stitches. But this is the Preferences button. We're going to click on Preferences, and this Program Preferences window is going to open up. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Okay. And on the left, it says environment, and we go through hoops and all this, and right here, jumps and overlaps. And we want to make sure that these two boxes are checked right here first. I'm
Okay.
going to click OK, and I will walk you through that in just a second.
Sure.
And I need to get my hoop on the screen. So I'm going to come up here to the view menu, and I'm going to make sure that draw hoop is checked. I'm going to scroll back with my mouse wheel, make it smaller. And down here at the bottom of the screen, this is where you can tell that you have got what size hoop you've got. So I've got the 8 by 11-ish, right? So this is about the hoop for the multi-needle. And then over here in the objects panel will be over here quite a bit in the objects panel. And then this is the properties box, okay? So those are the main things that you need to know about. And then if you need your lettering, here's the A. We can talk about that if you ever want. So I'm going to hit delete on my keyboard and get rid of these two. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing this.
Okay.
And now we're going to jump into yours.
Okay.
I think you have essentials as well as Stitch Artist, I believe. I don't know.
Well,
Go up to the help button on the top and tell me, I won't be able to see your license keys, but go down to serial numbers and tell me which ones you have.
okay. And where is it at on the left?
It's in the help. So we've got file, edit, utility across the top. The last one is help.
Okay, yes. All right.
Go to serial numbers.
Okay. And
okay, you only have Stitch Artist 2. I see that. Very good. All right. You can X out of that up in the top.
Okay.
But you've got pretty much everything you need. You almost have pretty much what is in Essentials. So you only really need Stitch Artist. I've never seen Stitch Artist 2 without Essentials, but it looks about the same. Great. Okay, so let's go up to your the preferences, the yellow preferences box, the icon right next to the Stitch Artist button.
Okay.
Click that. And let's go on the left hand side down to jumps and overlaps.
Okay.
And check that top box.
Where it says remove overlaps?
Yes, ma'am.
Saving. Okay. It's checked.
And click apply and click OK.
Okay, and the one below it is checked too.
Leave it, yes. Leave it on. Click apply and click OK.
Click what else?
Apply over on the right.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Now click OK.
All right, got it.
Great, that's good. All right, so we are ready now. Now, the reason we check those two boxes is so that if you ever have applique that is sitting on top of another piece of applique, that it will remove the blanket stitches underneath the piece that it's under, or underneath whatever's on top. Yeah, so that's nice. We don't like the look and we don't like the bulk. So, all right, so click that Stitch Artist button.
Okay.
Now I'm going to blow your mind right quick. Are you ready?
This is create.
That's Stitch Artist, yes. Create, click create.
Okay.
There you go. All your buttons changed. And over on the far left is the vector button. Click that.
Okay.
The vector is the FCM file that you brought in from the Scan and Cut. So next to documents, there's a drop down arrow. Hit the drop down arrow and go to your USB drive.
That'll be the D. Right. I know that looks like my other ones.
Yeah, it's not D. D is on your computer. It's either F, E, or F or something like that.
F, E. Okay.
There you go.
But it says inserted disk. So, and I know it's on there. Should we do it again?
It sees it. Hit the X on the top of that, or can't, yeah, hit that X out of that.
All right.
Okay, now let's look for your, no, go back, look for your shamrock.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so I should go to.
I tell you what, stop. Right next to where your cursor is, over to the right, there's a little arrow. That's a back arrow. Click that.
Here.
There's a little tiny, yeah, click it.
Okay.
All right, so it brought us back to documents. Hit the drop down arrow. Let's go to your USB.
It doesn't want to drop down. Huh.
X out of that. Oh, now you're in videos. Okay.
Okay, let's X out and do it again.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So now we go right here to do
You're
it.
in. You're already in there.
Okay.
If you hit that again, you're going to jump out of Stitch Artist. So go over to your vector button.
Okay.
Hit the drop down arrow next to documents.
Okay.
I tell you what, let's do something a little bit different.
All right.
Go ahead and X out of that.
Okay.
Let's move the file from the USB into your downloads folder.
Okay.
Your downloads folder. Do you know how to do that?
No.
All right. So instead of trying to get the design from Embrilliance, let's do it a different way. I'm going to show you how. There's a little yellow file folder at the bottom of your screen.
Yes.
Click on that.
And there it is. It's in D drive because it's right there. IMG.
Okay, so take that image file and drop it into your downloads, copy, paste, or whatever.
Okay. Copy, and where do you want me to put it at?
Usually in your downloads is a little bit easier. Just put it on your desktop or in a download somewhere you can find it.
Okay. Let me see. I am not good at this. How about downloads right here?
Okay, doesn't matter, just so you remember where it is.
Okay.
I like to leave everything in my downloads folder because that's where it comes when I download it from the internet. And that way everything's in the same spot.
Okay. So I put it in downloads.
All right, good.
Okay.
So let's go back over to Embrilliance.
Okay. And
And click the vector button.
All right.
And let's go to downloads.
Okay. Let's see. Boy, mine's not showing up today, is it? Downloads right here.
There it is. Oh, that's a folder. I see. Okay, so double click the folder.
Okay. It's not showing up, is it?
It's not in that folder.
Well, it is on the USB because I was playing with it.
Are you sure? Double check.
So how
did you cut and paste or did you copy?
I copied.
Go back to your USB drive and click and see if you can find it.
All right. So I go back to vector.
No, we're just in the yellow folder.
Okay. So I was here. All right, and let me see if I can find it again. Once we figure it out, I think it's easy because I've watched you do it.
It's very easy.
Right there.
This is the hardest part.
Okay. And
you don't want to do a folder. You want to do just the FCM file.
Okay. So they are in a folder right here, all four of them.
Which folder?
I've got it open.
I can't see it.
Okay. Can you see it this way or not? Are we still sharing? You can't see it on my iPad.
I can't see your screen at all with the way you've got it tipped.
Okay. The way it's tipped?
No, sweetie. Just when you turned your iPad, I couldn't see the screen of your computer.
Okay. If I turn it, will you be able to see it?
Yes.
Correctly? All right. Just tell me how to turn it.
Okay, unless you get right up on it, I cannot see it. Let me see.
Can you see
It's
now?
in that image folder. And
Yeah.
that's USB drive. Is that D or E?
D.
Delta?
Yes.
Okay. Double click that folder and you can slide it the tablet more over to the center of the screen.
Okay.
The other way.
The other way?
The other way.
All right.
Keep going. No, the other way. Over to your right.
Towards my right.
Keep going. Keep going. Okay, I see. And those are FCM files?
They're saying they're JPEG files.
Oh, no, you can't do it with JPEGs.
Okay, that's how I saved them.
No, they have to be saved as FCM files.
So then I need to resave them.
Right, because a JPEG is not a vector graphic. That's why it's not coming up.
Okay, so I have my scan and cut right here, and I have my 3 shamrocks on my mat.
All right.
So I need to rescan them.
Did you save them to the machine?
It wouldn't let me yesterday. I don't know why. And normally it does. I usually can save them right there to the machine. All right, let me try it again, and I'll tell you what's going on. I think once we get past this, it's a matter of clicking a button. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. So my scan and cut machine's coming up, and they're on the scanning mat, the black scanning mat, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna try it again and see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna go to scan, correct?
Yeah, and scan to cut data.
All right. I didn't do that.
That's the problem right there.
Okay. All right. Baby steps, huh? Okay, scan and scan to cut data. Okay, let's start.
What you're doing is you're creating a cut file, a data cut file. And
Okay.
that's the vector graphic, the FCM, that we're going to import into Brilliance.
So you said to go to scan to cut data.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, I'm learning what I did wrong. It's recognizing it, and now all 3 are together now.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's not highlighted. Nothing's highlighted.
You want to click outside only. You've got 3 buttons, outside only, regions, and inside outside. Click the first one on the left that is outside only.
Okay, got it. And now I can say okay.
Tell it okay.
All right.
It'll say processing.
It does. And now
do you want to put the USB back into the machine?
I can do that or save it to the machine, whatever you want.
Save it to USB.
All right. Okay. And it's saved.
And it says, where do you want to save it? And be sure to save the USB.
I did. Okay. And so now it says okay.
All right. So take that USB and let's go back to the laptop.
All right. Now it might work, huh? Okay. Now it's back in the laptop. So now should we go to vector again?
Yes. Hey, why don't you,
It doesn't look like it's in D drive for some reason. Should be an F.
I tell you what, your iPad is facing the ceiling.
Yes. Okay.
So either, well, no. Here's what I'd like you to do. Can you mute the iPad and unmute the laptop?
I sure try. All right. Tell me where to unmute this at. Well, I forget where we did that at. Should I put done as my choice.
There should be a button at the bottom next to that present.
No button down here. Let's see.
If you tap it, does it float up?
No buttons.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Sorry. Well, I don't feel like we're getting very far here with all this.
Well, and that's because you've got two devices going at the same time.
Should I turn this iPad off? Will that help?
Do me a favor first. Unmute your laptop before you do that. Otherwise, I can't talk to you.
Okay, unmute the laptop here.
Yes, unmute the laptop, not the tablet.
All right, and let me think, how do I do that?
There
Sorry.
should be a button at the top that's got a speaker. It looks like a little speaker. No, not the Brilliance. It's on your keyboard. Look on your keyboard.
Oh, okay. All right. And you want me to, let's see if this will work. Can you hear me now?
Hold on a moment.
Oh, here's a speaker at the bottom.
You're still muted on the laptop.
All right. There's the speaker. It's on the computer. All right. Let's see. Here's a microphone on my iPad.
I don't want you to mute that yet because your laptop is still muted. And if it's muted, I can't talk to you anymore.
All right.
We're getting all this feedback because we've got two audio sources very close to one another.
All right, let's see. I'm where the speakers are, and it says it's on my laptop.
It's not the speaker I'm worried about. It's the microphone.
Microphone. Okay. And I'm not sure where I find it at.
I don't know either, Karen. I'm sorry. Okay, let's just try to pull up the Shamrock in Brilliance, okay? Let's just try to pull up the Shamrock in Brilliance, okay?
All right. Where are we? We need to find it, right? On my USB?
Yes.
Okay. Those are embroidery files, videos. I think this computer's not working today. Because it should be showing me that USB and on an F file. Let's see what we have here. It's not showing it.
Okay, let's move. If that thing won't jump out of documents, let's go down to the yellow folder on the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
And navigate to the USB drive, find your Shamrocks, and throw them into your documents folder.
All right. Right here. Okay. Did it save it as an SCM file?
Yes.
Okay. So where was...
Hey, Karen, when we first started today, I asked you to mute your laptop and you hit a button and you did.
Okay.
Not your tablet.
Okay, my laptop. I'm getting them all mixed up now, right?
You hit a button and you muted your laptop. You did something. Maybe you did it in StreamYard. I did it right when we started. Right.
And I don't see those settings now.
Are you at the, look in StreamYard.
Look, microphone is muted right here.
Okay, unmute that.
All right. Let's see if I can find it again. Let me go back. All right. Nothing's working right today.
It's in StreamYard. So Karen, go to the browser window where you see you and me and Brilliance all together.
All right. Boy.
And on your picture, there's a little microphone. You've got 2 pictures of yourself there. One of your ceiling and one of your face. The one that has your face, click on that mute button and unmute it.
I see. I'm trying to right click. It won't do anything.
No, don't right click. Left click on the little microphone.
Okay. It goes away as soon as okay, let me see. Did that do it?
No, it says it can't unmute you because you chose to mute yourself. So whatever you did to mute your laptop, you need to unmute that.
I'm trying. Okay, stop microphone. We don't want that.
I tell you what, look down at the bottom where it says present.
Okay, here, that's it.
There you go.
Finally. All
All
right.
right.
Shall we turn this off?
I've removed that from the stage. So now we're ready to go. Okay.
Do you want me to turn this off?
Yes.
Okay, let's turn off the iPad. Better.
Ooh, I was getting ready to go into a seizure.
I can see why. It makes me nervous. Yeah.
Oh my word.
Oh, what a day.
We spent 40 minutes just fiddling around. Okay.
I know. I think what you're doing is going to be about a 2-minute button too. Am I right?
Yes.
That's what I thought. I've been watching your videos, but I don't know these programs. And I messed us up by doing this iPad, right?
It makes it difficult. Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's off.
Okay. I'm going to kick that from the studio. There we go. Okay. It's completely out of studio now. All right. So go to the little yellow folder at the bottom of your X out of that select file box that is open right now. That dialog box that's open on your screen, just X out of it in the top right corner. Don't close in Brilliance.
Okay.
Just close X
This
out.
one at the top right?
No. No.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You need to go into in Brilliance right up here.
Okay.
Exit right there. Hit that and close that.
Right here.
Okay. You've got in Brilliance is all open. And there's a dialog box right here that has the documents drop down that's not working.
Yes.
X out of it.
Okay.
Close that window.
I'm trying. Okay. Did it close it?
No.
It's not wanting to
Click
close.
cancel. There's a cancel button right here. Click cancel.
All right. It acts like I'm clicking cancel there. Nothing.
You might need to close in Brilliance and reopen.
Close it. If I close it up here, I'm closing you out, right?
No, you're going to close the share. Hold on a second. Yeah, you're going to close the share screen. You're not closing me.
Okay.
Way up in the top, that X up at the top, just click cancel.
I'm doing that there and cancel, and it's not doing anything. It's not my day, is it?
Kind of no.
No. Okay. Why don't you try talking to me about this and see if I can figure it out with your video helping me.
I tell you what, I will share my screen with you.
All right.
And
this shouldn't be open here, this box here, right?
No. Like you to close that.
It doesn't.
The downside in Brilliance acts funky on parallels. So
okay. Yeah, it's not closing. All right.
Okay. So I'm going to. All right. Let let me make sure what you can see. Yeah, so you can see my screen here, and it
I
is
can.
so, you like you said, it's a 2-minute thing. You're
Yeah.
just going to click create right up here,
Okay.
and you jump into Stitch Artist, and you can see all your stitch buttons, remember?
Okay.
And we're going to go to vector,
Okay.
and I'm going to pull in, I'm doing a, this is a big hot mess, but I'm going to pull it in. We'll just grab one piece of it. I'm going to grab this flower that's as close to, so when you are in Brilliance, these are, if you look over here in the objects panel over on the right-hand side, it says .fcm. That's how
Okay.
you know you're in a drawing file. This is not an embroidery design yet. So I'm going to highlight everything except for the flower. I'm going to Control A to select all. It doesn't work. Let me put it here. Control A. That selects everything. I'm going to hold down the Control key and deselect my flower. Does that work? And then hit delete? Nope. That didn't
You're
work.
just trying to bring your flower in?
Yeah, I'm going to delete everything except the flower.
Okay.
Hold down my Shift key and delete. Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes it's easier to select it over in the objects panel. And when you select it, you will get a little green box, and you can see that the arrow turns into a hand. So you can move it wherever you like. You can jump out of Stitch Artist up at the top. You just click the Create Designs button again.
Okay.
And then right over here, here's that center in the hoop button.
Okay.
That moves it center. So I'm going to go back into Stitch Artist. And then you literally just hit the applique button. This is the blanket stitch. So here's all your stitches. You could do a run stitch. You could do a satin. You can do decorative stitches, but here is your applique.
Okay.
And it just did it.
Okay.
Now those stitches look a little bunched in together.
Yes.
So before you save, you can click. Now notice here, see how over in the objects panel, applique turned into line. See how that happened? I'm going to make this bigger for you if I can.
Okay.
There. Is that better?
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So it used to say line. Now it says applique. If you click on it, not up here, but if you click on applique,
all right.
Now you get in the properties box, here's your applique tab. It comes up. Here's where you can change your stitch length. So I might change that to 3.0 and hit enter. And doesn't that look better?
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
If you save it, you can't go back and change those. I've not been able to see that yet.
Right. Okay. So
also, if you look here now, so are you going to pre-cut your shamrocks?
They're already cut.
All righty. So you don't need a tack down stitch then. So this is ready to go. And what I like to do, what kind of machine do you have? An embroidery machine?
I have a 10 needle. I have a Solaris. I have a Destiny.
Okay. So on the Solaris, because that has to be, let me go back. Let me show you how to print. You can either hit the print icon right up here in the right.
All right.
Or you can go file, and I will go to print right here. And I just print the first page. If you go to print preview, see, here are your crosshairs. Okay. Yeah. And I will print out this page and cut it real close.
Okay.
To where I want it to be.
All right.
And then you can, here, if I go to page 2, there's a blue arrow up here next to the printer. That just gives you your stitches. I generally don't do that page because I know I'm going to stitch it in green, so I don't worry about that.
Right, right.
Right. So you can just print from here, or you can just, let me close this, or you can just say file and print. And just when you go to print, then just tell it from pages 1 to 1.
Right. Now, why are you printing that?
Because, let me go back. Because you want the reason I like to print mine, so you'd only have to print, I would print 3 different pages. So each one of them comes up with a crosshair.
Right.
When you cut that out, because you've got that scallop shape around the outside,
Yes.
I will take that printed template and put it and angle it exactly pretty much the way I want it. I'm using that printed template as a guide, and I put it on there, fold it in quarters, and make my little crosshair.
Right.
Then in the Solaris, then you want to display the image down, get it where you think it needs to be.
Okay.
Using your template, then display the image down using that cone feature, and then precisely position that shamrock exactly where you want it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. And I've watched a couple of your videos. I know we had problems. I think it was because I had too many things open. I think I can continue watching your videos and kind of make heads and tails of this lesson today. What do you think?
I think you'll be able to. I have actually been recording the whole thing.
On today?
Yes.
Oh, good. Good.
So it's, now this is, we're going to cross our fingers and hope YouTube does its thing. Okay. This is going to be an unlisted video. This is just for you to watch. And when we finish, I will send you the link.
Wonderful.
And then you want to scroll through like the first 40 minutes of it and get rid of it.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
Well, it is.
It's not.
Yeah, just not knowing. So I think, and okay, now on these shamrocks, I think I need to do a running stitch. Because
that would look okay. Now, when you do a running, okay, let's go back.
They're very small.
Okay, let me open this and get this.
Okay.
Where,
a running or a satin, I think, right?
Satin would be really pretty on that.
Okay.
Okay.
We can do satin.
So now that, what are we looking at here? You're looking at my screen. Okay.
Yes.
Get back into Embrilliance. So let me change that.
Redo it, right?
What if I changed it to a run stitch? See that? Okay. Or let's change it to a satin stitch.
Satin would be pretty.
I think that would be really pretty. Yes.
I think satin would be better. Okay. Yep. So satin would be good. And then I can take my camera on the Solaris, but I'm printing that for a change. So I have my crosshair.
Well, that just kind of, so here's what I would do. If I was you, what I would do, if you look on your sample, the ends of those shamrock stems, what makes them so pretty is they're all pretty much the exact same distance away from the edge all the way around. So that they're not like this, right? They're not shuffled. They're almost all the same distance away from the edge. I would figure out whatever distance you're happy with, and I would mark with an erasable marker, you know, a heat erasable something, some sort of fabric marker, exactly where the bottom edge of the stem needs to go.
Okay.
So when you put your template on, that's going to give you your crosshair to kind of give you an idea where the needle needs to start. Right. You don't have to do that. You can just download, display the design down on. But what you're going to do, that a printed crosshair is going to give you a better idea, so that even though the stem might be exactly where you want it next to the edge, it's not rotated one way or the other.
Okay. Okay.
Because they're all standing up straight with the right curve. For the symmetry that you're looking for, you test it first, but you're going to love it. So you've kind of got 2 challenges. The first challenge is to figure out how to stitch it out. Use your scrap basket for that. Yes. The second challenge is to get them all perfectly placed exactly where you want them to be.
Yes.
Since you've got the Solaris, you've got the tools to be able to do that.
Yes. Okay. All right. And so with this vector tile, whenever I push that button and turn it into an applique, it is a PSA or PES, correct?
Yeah, so absolutely. Let
Okay.
me show you how to do that.
All right.
Okay. So in your preferences right up here,
Okay.
where it says hoops,
Okay.
make sure your format is
Okay.
PES.
Okay.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what that does is that tells in Brilliance that you want to save in PES for the most
Oh,
part. You can tell it okay. All
always,
right.
honey. Okay.
So when you're ready to save it now, let's say we're all done. I'm going to say File, Save as Stitch and Working. Okay. Stitch is your PES design. Working is where you can go back in and fiddle with it if you want to, except for stitch length. You cannot do that once you save. And you're going to save it where you want. But
Okay.
look down here, Save as Type. It defaulted to PES
Yes.
because that's the
Okay.
hoops that I wanted to use. Okay.
Right.
Awesome. I want
Okay.
to show you something else that is very cool if you have a
Okay.
moment.
Yes.
All right. Let me Control A and hit delete. All right. I'm going to bring in a design. I'm going to click open up here at the top.
All right.
And I've got, and let's see, let me find, I'm looking for the FCM file. Oh, it's looking for embroidery files. Hold on. Cancel. Let's go to vector. Okay. I'm looking for Zoe. Here it is. So in Brother Canvas, let's look at Zoe.
All
This
right.
lady has a new grandbaby named Zoe, and she wanted to make Zoe's name into an embroidery design to put on her bib. Okay.
Yes.
So this is just a font out of Brother Canvas. And
Okay.
we brought it in on the screen and downloaded it, and this is what we have. And over
Okay.
here in the objects panel, notice we have a line drawing. We are still in an FCM file.
All
And
right.
when you click the plus sign, here are all of the elements that make up the FCM file. So we have the Z, there's the inside of the O, the outside of the O. Now notice right there, the O is two separate parts and the E is two separate parts. This is just like if you were to tell the ScanNCut to say the inside and the outside. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So when I go, and the reason it does this is because it does not know that you and I see 5 different pieces.
Right.
We see 1-1 through 1-5.
Yes.
The software sees 1. That's all it sees. It sees a single drawing, even though you and I see 5 elements that make up the drawing.
Right.
I want to turn this into an applique design.
Right.
So I'm just going to hit the applique button right up here on my blanket stitch.
Okay.
I got to hit the, if you, hold on a second. Okay. If you click that button and you don't get your stitches, hit the N key on your keyboard and they'll come up. So
Okay.
that's just a little tip. Now let's look at what we've got. The Z stitched fine.
Yes.
The inside of the O, the stitches are backwards.
Yes.
Same with the inside of the E.
Okay.
That's because the software does not know that that is not an applique. It doesn't know that it's a hole.
All right.
So in order to fix that, what you want to do is click on the offending piece over here in the objects panel. I'm going to roll on my wheel on my mouse in real close so you can see.
Okay.
Okay. So the red, the little bow tie, the green bow
Yes.
tie, those are tie-in and tie-offs.
Okay.
So you grab the little box right in the middle and you
All right.
grab a hold of it and you open it and see how it's opened up.
Yes.
And I got that blue dot.
Yes.
Let go. And now you're going to come up to that. We're still in Stitch Artist. I'm going to come up to Create, outline, reverse points.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Then you grab a hold of that little blue dot again and you drag it right back where you found it.
Oh, so you had to drag it to open it first.
Yes, ma'am. You have to open the design in order to reverse points. Now, there is a thing up here. So if I highlight this and I go to create outline, open outline, it kind of didn't work. So if I go create, I'm reverse points, it didn't work. All right. Yeah. So I think that's for another purpose, and I'm not sure what that is, but I do know that if I grab a hold of the box and I open it up, and then I go create outline, reverse points.
Good enough, right?
And I can grab it and move it right back and close it up where it needs to go. And now Zoe will stitch properly.
Well, you figured out how to do it anyway. I thought you would combine them like you do in software, so you didn't. You had to reverse the blanket stitch.
You can combine them and that way the software knows. So let's do another one real quick. I'm going to highlight this and hit delete. Okay, we are in Stitch Artist. I'm going to go to Vector.
All right.
And I'm going to bring in, what is this? That's a little arm. Let's do Sunbonnet Sue. Okay, I'm going to click open. Okay, so here is her little skirt. And what do I want to do here? Here is her little pinafore. I'm going to bring that over. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to jump I'm going to jump and grab my select arrow, which is up here at the top next to preferences. I'm just going to click that. And then that will allow me to highlight the things on the screen. You cannot do this in Stitch Artist. It won't let you. I'm going to use my arrow keys and move these over. Let me just center in the hoop. Okay. So, when you're doing designs that have multiple pieces and you don't want the blanket stitches to show underneath, all right?
Yes.
So again, you and I see two pieces here and they say line. The software sees one piece. So if I tell it to applique, Control A to select all, and I click applique, it's going to throw blanket stitches around both pieces.
Yes.
It will always look like this in the drawing file, the FCM drawing file that we have right now. But if I go File, Save As, and I save it into an embroidery design, those underlying stitches will not be removed because the software only sees one design.
Okay.
So what we do in this case, I did a Control Z to undo those stitches. So when I'm doing a multiple pieces in a design, I will bring them all in one time from Canvas and just download the whole 9 yards at one time, like I did with that sunflower slope, and there were all those pieces. And then I will take all of those pieces and I will build the final design pretty much where I want it. Okay.
Okay.
So let me open this up. So this is the master. This will be the master design. I'm going to open a new tab by clicking on the new button up in the top left-hand corner.
Okay.
Now I'm going to create design, begin new design. Now see, I have design 1 over here in the objects panel. It's empty. I'm just going to come over here to Untitled 1 tab.
Yes.
I'm going to click on the dress.
Okay.
Which one's which here? That's the pinafore. That's the dress. This is also a stitch order, so this would be wrong. So I know that the dress goes down first.
Uh-huh.
So on You can't do it over here. If you right click, you get a menu, but that's not copy or paste. The only time you can get copy and paste is over here on the stage.
Okay.
Right click and copy. I'm going to go back to Untitled 2. I'm going to right click and paste. And there's my dress. Now, I want, the only time it will remove the blanket stitches is if it's got more than one design. So we've filled design 1 with the dress.
Right.
Now I'm going to go to create, design, begin new design. So see design 2 over here in the objects panel now?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to come back over here.
And grab it.
I'm going to make sure I get the right one.
Okay.
Little pinafore. Right click, copy. Come back to 2. Right click and paste.
Okay.
All right. So now we have 2 designs.
Right.
Okay. And I would go through and put her little feet and put her little everything. I would put her all together. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now Control A to select all, because the software doesn't know if it's not selected, it doesn't know what it would do. Like if I was to click the applique button right now, nothing would happen because it doesn't know what to applique.
Okay.
You have to tell it what you want. So I'm going to tell it Control A. I want you to applique everything. And it'll say, all right, I'll do that. And now I'm going to click the applique button.
Okay.
Now everything looks like it appliqued again, but when I go to File, Save As,
yes,
I'm going to keep it in my downloads. I'm going to call it Dress Pinafore and save. And see, it says it's saving as PES.
Yes.
Let me open a new tab, and I'm going to go to Open. And now in my downloads, here's the Dress Pinafore PES file.
Right.
And here's the embroidery working file. That's the one I can edit if I need to.
Right. Okay.
I'm going to click Open. Now look.
They're gone.
Blanket stitches are gone on the one underneath. It only removes the blanket stitches on embroidery designs.
Okay.
So since this is a PES file, there's your applique position, final blanket, applique position, final blanket.
Okay. And you had to save it to get those designs removed, correct?
Correct. So
okay.
It does not remove the blanket stitches. Look over here in the
Right.
objects panel.fcm. It's a vector. It's a drawing file.
Right. Right.
That's a graphic. It's not an embroidery design. Right now, those are just drawn lines.
Yes.
When you save it as a PES,
okay.
These are not drawn lines. These are stitches.
Okay. All right. I understand it better today.
I think you're going to be really happy with this once you get to play with it. And I'm really glad that you started with a very simple design. That's one piece.
Yes, yes, I know it. I needed that, didn't I? It looks simple when I watch your videos.
Yeah, you'll get it. You'll get
it. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Next time.
Oh no, it's all right. That's fine.
Oh, it's awful. Next time I won't have the iPad open. That's where I went wrong. Well, see, I thought I would need that because I thought I didn't realize we were sharing screens.
Yeah.
Lesson
learned,
right?
I try to make it as easy as possible, and StreamYard is pretty easy to do that.
I saved them wrong. I should go to scan cut data.
Yes, ma'am.
And that was one of my first mistakes. But when you get in here to the applique program, it's basically touching a button.
Right.
Correct?
You just have to remember to select the item you want to turn into applique.
Okay.
If you don't click on it or Control A to select all, it's going to go, what do you want me to do? I don't know what to put stitches on. You need to tell me what to do. Yeah.
So you click that design and then do it. and it'll be on the video that you're going to send me, right?
Ma'am.
That'll help me. I can go through it again.
Yes. I'm going to try to edit the video and get rid of that first part for you.
Thank you.
So you don't have to scroll.
So much. I know at 40 minutes. Well, I kind of do that with some of the talking at 3 sometimes. Get past some of it, right?
Yeah, I'm so aware of that too, that I don't like listening to that either when I watch a live, hi Sue, hi Karen, hi Carol, hi everybody, blah, blah. I don't want to hear that. And so
that's so
my
nice
lives,
on your videos. You don't do that. And it makes it so much nicer because then you get to the point where we can learn something. You're tired by then, right?
I am. Yeah.
You lost attention. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I think you're going to get it. I think you're right there. You just needed a little bit of tweaking, and that's exactly what this was for. So I think you're going to get it.
I haven't opened it, and I don't understand embrilliance. I didn't understand adding modules, and I didn't know what I had. So I have the whole program, but I might have to add something.
Eventually, you may want to add something. Yeah. That when you get to where you're ready, Enthusiast is a wonderful little program that's in there. I've got that. One of the things that you can, let me show you what is so amazing about Enthusiast, just really super quick that you will love.
Okay. I like because you're walking us through it on your videos.
I'm going to bring up, hold on a minute. Let me open a design. Let's do Zoe. This is the one from yesterday that I was doing with a lady. Hold on. Control A, would you please? Here, select. And let me rotate it. Okay.
Okay.
I want to embroider this onto a towel, and it's got a nap, right? On a bath towel. In Enthusiast, I'm going to go to Utility.
Okay.
Add knockdown stitching.
Okay.
And it lets you choose a density, stitch length, and an inflation. I think I want it to inflate 5 millimeters. I'm going to tell it okay.
And how do you know what to do it? Just practice?
That's a feature that's in, well, because when you see it with me, I see a towel and I'm like, how do I do that?
Right.
And it's called knockdown stitching. That is the industry term for what it does is it does a dense little knockdown all around the embroidery so that it'll mash down that nap on the towel.
Okay. Instead
now
of
the name will pop out. Yeah.
Right.
That's a very cool thing.
It is, but your stabilizer helps you do that too, right?
No, this is designed, like if you were going to embroider Zoe's name on a piece of fleece, how fleece is real fuzzy. If you embroider on that fleece, the stitches will disappear in the nap.
Right.
The knockdown stitches mash those stitches, the fleece down to create a nice flat surface. And then you can embroider, you can put the applique on top of it.
Okay. I've been hearing about it, but I've never done that because I always use it's like the clear plastic. What's the term for it?
Oh, no, you don't need plastic on this. And then another thing that's really cool, I want to show you. This is a neat little, now look, see, here's your underlay stitch.
Yes.
And then your embroidery.
Okay.
Yep. So that's what Enthusiast has a couple of things in it, but it's really neat. So let me do away with the underlay. To get rid of something, if I didn't want to do that, you just highlight it and hit delete on your keyboard.
Okay.
Now we're back to the basic embroidery. What if I wanted to applique this onto a patch?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember. I think it's Utility. Add patch edge. I want it to be a rectangle. This is Merrily. This is the Merrily module of Embrilliance.
Okay.
Ta-da!
So you just click a button. That's amazing, isn't
You
it?
just click a button. So I would use this on like Dime's canvas. Designs a Machine Embroidery has some great canvas
Yes.
made specifically to create patches. So
Yeah.
look now, we have, there's the embroidery, the applique, but there's that patch edge.
Yes. Yes. See, I'm doing that, but with something else. There's an easier way. I make all my labels and do that.
Okay. Yeah, so that was just utility,
Okay.
add patch edge.
All right.
You can do it as a wrap.
What is a wrap?
Well, there's
Oh,
two of
okay.
them. Oh,
Two
I'll
of
show you.
them.
Hold on.
Or
Let me
circle and
get rid of
cloth.
this. I will highlight that. Watch utility, add patch edge, and a wrap like that.
Nice. Oh, that's different, right?
Isn't that cute? And you
It
can just
is.
use this and
And
move it around. You can inflate it however much you want. I mean, it is
okay.
so simple.
Okay,
So
yeah, I see that. Well, thank you for showing me those things.
it's just so easy to do with just a couple clicks of a button. So
I thought
are you
so.
subscribed to my blog?
I think I am.
Okay, so if you're getting my blog posts, whenever Embrilliance puts out a 10% off coupon,
Okay.
that's when I will always send a blog post out on that. And then if you are in the market for it, that's when you're going to get the best price because I'll give you a coupon code. So if you're not subscribed, it's powertoolswiththread.com.
So I got
And then it's got
the
a
stitch
subscribe
artist. You gave me a coupon for that, and that helped.
button.
Thank you.
Yeah, but that's the best
Okay.
way. That's the way
Well,
I built my library. They don't give me this software. I have purchased it
right,
bit by bit by bit. Yeah.
right. Well, you do well, and you make it simple for us. So I enjoy watching you.
Well, thank you very much. So, all right. Well, I have an appointment at the hairdresser since we're leaving
Well,
for
thank
Tempe
you.
tomorrow. I got to get my hair colored.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure, Karen. Talk to you
You
later.
too. Okay, bye.
Bye.